I'm Bob Cryer, I'm an actor and writer from London in the UK. I chose Rory Lewis to take my headshots because his CV is second to none. Some of the people that he's worked with, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Judi Dench, I mean, that speaks for themselves. What I particularly liked about him is that he comes not from a sort of sales and marketing point of view that a lot of headshot photographers do. He's more invested in the art of light. Chiaroscuro, I think, is the term that we use, light out of darkness, that Caravaggio and Joseph Wright of Derby would employ. And the link between the kind of great masters and their paintings and photography now is very strong within Rory, so I was very keen to see what he could do with this craggy old face and see what light he could bring out of my darkness. I first decided to be an actor when I was studying at the University of Warwick, where I met my now wife, and we both went to drama school together. We went to LAMDA back in, I believe it's the last millennium. We lived in Canada for 3 years in Toronto. Some of the happiest times in terms of acting studying there, because I studied with a guy called David Rotenberg, who I think he's got a book out at the moment about the science of acting. But he taught me a lot on top of all the stuff that I'd learnt at LAMDA about learning to be compelling on stage and on screen. And some of the roles that I played since then, probably best known to audiences at home from Hollyoaks. I'm often to be found playing bent coppers and bad dads, and this was sort of a bit of a mix of all of those things. He was a drug dealer, he was a serial killer, as we turned out to find out, but that's something that I'm probably best known for. But my favourite role is playing Sir Henry Wotton and James I in a play called Into Thy Hands, which is all about the humanist poet John Donne from the beginning of the 17th century. So I don't know what role I'll be playing next. I don't even know what medium I'll be in next, because that's the way I like my version of the industry to be. Whatever role is next, whether it's on stage or in a musical or on TV or film, I just hope it's more interesting than the last. So I heartily endorse a headshot session with Rory, mainly because of the very strong team that he has to back him up as well, have made my experience here very comfortable and effortless, really. I mean, he's a very good director behind the camera, but he couldn't do that if he didn't have the able assistance of Sasha and Becky in hair and makeup. Just made it a very, very gentle experience, which actors respond very well to. I think that sensitivity, if it's given to you, you give it back, and it actually makes the session 10 times more fun, but also much more rewarding. So thank you to Rory and to Sasha and to Becky. I hope I see you soon.